lot of these shots that you produce from hitting a draw, do you know how a draw is produced? Kind of down to the science of it? Like what causes the draw?
A little bit. I mean, sometimes I feel like my swing's a little bit flat. I don't hit the ball very high, so I feel like when I kind of come at it and shut the face a little bit when I'm
So a
hitting it.
shallow angle of approach,
Yeah.
closing the club face at impact, which is kind of closing our club face in relation to our club path that we're traveling down. Okay, so that's exactly kind of characteristics of a draw. Obviously, the opposite of that of a slice or a fade would be having a steeper angle of approach, open club face to our path, and that's what gets it go left to right. So as we had our alignment sticks down, we also wanted to talk about some of the principles of the ball flight and the club swinging itself. So we have our alignment sticks down. Before, what were your feet aimed before?
They were really close.
They're really close, and so that causes your body to shut down, and you hit that draw because we're turning that club over easier on our club path angle from our club face. It's easier to shut it down. Now, when we open up our target line towards it, does that make it a little easier?
Yeah. The kind of facing or getting my feet aimed more at the target, but then the club face and the
Still
club
out to
path
the right,
a little
maybe
bit
a little
out
bit.
to the right, and then just drawing it kind of back in towards the target.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so we're still working on making sure we cut across that club path with our club face, making sure it's closed in relation to that club path. So we're just still looking for those same things. So let's go ahead and hit one more. Still think about that same thing. Feet good, and we're just thinking about that ball flight, swinging kind of outside. Hey, good shot. Right on the money. Nice one. Effect. All right, Derek, so we're going to talk about some of the laws and principles of why your putt's been kind of hitting inconsistency. So go ahead and set up to your putt right there. Let's look at the centerness of contact on your stroke. Okay, so as that putt's on the ground, you kind of notice where the club face would hit that golf ball. It was just rubbing on the ground. It kind of hit low on the golf ball, high on the face. So it's kind of like our putt would need to hover a bit. So let's go ahead and put some coins down here, and then we'll see if we're knocking off those coins at what length, and then that'll kind of give us an idea of where the centerness of contact is on that putt. So go ahead and just hover that putt above that, and go ahead and make your normal stroke. And let's look at how many coins and see you take off. Let's make sure that we don't take off the very last coin on the very bottom. Okay, so no coins there at all. So let's try to take off just that penny that's just on top right there.
Okay, so I want to hit the
So yeah, let's hit maybe one of them. It might be a little high if you're hovering a little too much. You know, you want to make sure it's centered. I think that centered might take away that one penny, but we want to maybe just knock just one penny off to know that we're right there in that sweet spot. Good, and I hear the change jingling. So that's what we're looking for when we're hitting our putts. Centerness of contact, kind of making sure that club face is squared in the middle of the golf ball. All right, so now that we are on our target line a little bit better, and our feet are on our path line a little bit better as well, when we stood up, what was the main thing that you were doing there? Just kind of missing them everywhere, right? So what that is we're trying to get the body's muscle memory out of line of staying bent and squatting down in your stance a little too much. So hitting a couple shots with just a mental kind of thought to stand up a little taller. We were hitting them bad, but we were hitting them bad because we knew that we were doing a change. So the effect of that is, you know, we're going to hit them right and going to top them a little bit. But now that once we got that kind of muscle memory to flow in that same position, now let's go ahead and set up to a regular ball. Let's not worry about really straightening out our legs as much. Let's go ahead and hit one with our right path lines. That's good.